Ballpark Frank here, Fox Sports Radio 920 with Mike Madill, defenseman for the Las Vegas Wranglers. Mike, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay, thanks. Now, season starting out here, I'm a big hockey fan. Used to have season tickets to the Blackhawks when I lived back in the Chicagoland area. Love my hockey out here. And, people right now, they're all bummed out because they're thinking, there might not be hockey. There's hockey here in Las Vegas, the Wranglers. You guys are awesome, man.
Well, thanks very much. Yeah, the team, this is a 10th anniversary, and we got a lot of great loyal fans too. So we're excited, and maybe a couple more people in the rink this year too.
Now, what brought you through your hockey, through your playing days and everything? What brought you here to Las Vegas? Because I'm thinking, with all the Bakersfield, Stockton, places like that, Las Vegas has to be one of the jewels of the league to play for.
Yeah, it's an amazing spot to play. I belonged in a different system my first year pro. I went to school at St. Lawrence University in New York. And out of there, I ended up in Minnesota system. And my next year, I knew the goalie that was playing here was Mike McKenna. And I had a connection to the Calgary camp too, and that's who our affiliate was. So just kind of through that is after going to Calgary's camp and then through their American League camp, I had signed here if I was going to end up in this league to play here with a buddy from college. So that's how I made it to Las Vegas, and this will be my 5th year of the last 6 years playing for this team. So.
Now, being from Montreal, did that basically say that you had to play hockey because you were from Montreal, or was that your sport of choice?
Probably my sport of choice. My dad was big into hockey. He coached at Madill University for a long time, and I have a twin brother, so we grew up. My dad, he built a rink in the backyard, and that's all our friends. That's what everyone does. It's an easy thing to do, and I've been skating since I was 2.5. So.
Mike Madill with us here, Wranglers defenseman, Fox Sports Radio 920. Mike, how exactly did you get into hockey? What was your path? You mentioned that, you kind of started out at a young age and that kind of stuff, but was there any other sports that even held your interest, or was hockey just it?
Yeah, my parents, they didn't want my brother and I doing the one sport year-round, right? Because a lot of kids played summer hockey. So we were big into baseball, too. We played high school baseball in the U.S., and that's where we stopped with baseball. We had to make the decision right after for college to stick with one. But we were a baseball hockey our whole life, my brother and I.
Now, what's it like playing down here for the Wranglers? Obviously, this is a good team. You have a nice fan base here. I know when I first came here, I was amazed at how many Wrangler jerseys were in the crowd.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. People take it really seriously, and the organization's great. They treat us very well, and if you take a walk around upstairs, it's a gorgeous building. Not every team has a place like this to play in, so we're very lucky to be here, and I think everyone knows that, especially in a year like this with the lockout. So.
Now, is Vegas your favorite place in the league to play or to be in, or is there another city that when you go on the road, you're like, I'm kind of looking forward to going there?
Well, you know what, we are lucky over here. There's a few nice places to travel to, especially we used to have Victoria in the league too, which is a great tourist destination. It's not in the league anymore, but it's great for everyone going up to Alaska, getting out. Ontario's got a great rink and a great little town there, great city I should say, and but Vegas is definitely the best. I'm sure teams love coming here, and the boys love playing here. So.
Now, you give Alaska props there, and certainly they're one of your arch rivals. I know when Alaska comes down here that the fans get very incensed about it, and they bring a lot of fans as well. For being way up in Alaska, they travel incredibly well.
Yeah, they have a very loyal group up there, too, and the league wouldn't be what it is without rivalries like that, and we love playing them, and you battle hard against each other, but you need each other, right, to have that intensity throughout the season. So it's a great place to be. Some of the young guys, the first time they went up there a couple of years ago, you see a moose in the parking lot of the hotel. You don't see that down here, so it's a cool place to be, a cool place to play against.
Mike Madill with us, defenseman, Las Vegas Wranglers, Fox Sports Radio 920. All right, Mike, now you gave some love to some of the cities out there. What's a place that if you had your druthers, you'd be like, if we don't have to go there again, I really wouldn't mind?
I don't know. I think we're very lucky on the west side here because every rink is pretty good, even if the city's not great, like Stockton's not my favorite city to stay at, but the rink's an amazing place to be, a great atmosphere there, and so I think it's mostly my first year when I played on the east side, there were a couple places that I won't mention, but they were terrible rinks and terrible places to be. The ice was bad and nobody in the stands. So we're very lucky out here. We got a great bunch of rinks to go to.
We have an election right around the corner. Are you thinking about running for office when you're done playing? Because you're giving a lot of those types of answers right now.
No, like I said, that's I guess that's just my personality. But I love this league. I love this side of this conference is amazing, and yeah, just fun places to go.
All right, now speaking of fun, people always have fun here at the Wrangler games at the Orleans Arena. You also have a lot of great promotions there. The midnight game, lots of different things. I remember years ago when they had the Dick Cheney vest night and that. I mean, is there a promotion of yours when you guys as players are looking like, you know, this is going to be a lot of fun here tonight? Is it the midnight game or something else? Or
well, the midnight game's a blast because like when people hear about it the first time, they don't really understand how that could actually be happening, and even the players that show up for their first year here, they're wondering what time their pregame skate is at, and everything's kind of thrown off. But so that is a lot of fun. I mean, we have a great time with the St. Baldrick's event too, where we raised I think over 30 grand for charity last year, and you know, you got really cool jerseys for that, and everyone comes out on the ice and get to shave our heads, and we got a lot of good events, and I mean, it's a great city to do that stuff. So. We enjoy it. We love having those different jerseys. It's always a cool time.
all right, if Mike Madill was not playing hockey, what would he be doing?
You know what? I don't know. I went to school. I got a degree in economics, but I don't know if I see myself doing. I love. I don't know.
A degree in economics, the country could use you right now.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. This is it's too much fun being able to play hockey and be in a city like this. So I couldn't decide. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, I guess.
All right, when you're done with a game and you have a couple days off or something like that, and it doesn't happen very often during the season, is there something that you do to unwind and just enjoy yourself? Like, okay, I got a little guilty pleasure here or something, or are you just focused 100% when the season's going on?
No, we're lucky here with the weather too. Most of the year we have an early practice. Guys get to go out and play some golf, so we do that. We play, we have scrambles and best balls together, and do a lot of team things like that, and then go out to eat maybe at up by Boca Park. We'll go to Kona Grill and watch a game together. So it's that's probably it. It's some golf and a little meal together, and that's pretty fun for downtime. And then there's a movie theater on every street corner, so I love movies too, so I get to do a lot of that.
Now, what type of movies do you like? You like the comedies, the dramas, chick flicks?
You know what, I like everything. I like everything, and believe it or not, my wife likes the scary movies, so that's something that I wouldn't really lean towards, but that gets me in the theater. She wants to see those, so I'll see everything. I like everything.
Okay, so your wife wears the Jason mask, the goalie mask for the Halloween season here.
That's right. She loves that stuff. She's the one decorating, and she gets into that. She loves it.
All right, favorite guilty pleasure, anything out there, a food or something that you do when you're just like, all right, I'm just going to be a little bit bad today. I know this isn't good for me, but dang it, I want it.
That's a good question. I love chocolate. Maybe that's what it would be, or a bag of chips. I mean, I don't know. The list goes on probably, but yeah, anything like that.
All right, favorite NHL teams?
When I was growing up, I loved the Red Wings. I loved Stevie Yzerman when he was playing there. He's my favorite player. And being from Montreal, I like rooting for the team, even though I don't know. I don't cheer for them during the season so much. I have a couple buddies who play in the NHL, so I'll cheer for them. One of my I got a friend who plays in Toronto and a friend who plays for Boston, so I'll kind of root for them as the playoffs get going.
All right, what's going on with this NHL lockout thing? They've got to get this thing settled.
Yeah, I mean, you look from both sides and try and figure out what's going on, but it just kind of keeps going in circles. So I don't know. I hope they figure it out. I know there's a lot of big cities out there that are dying to get to some games, and as a player too, I don't really understand it, why it happens like that. But I mean, I'm not at the meeting, so I don't know. I hope it ends soon.
All right, look, I'm an Ohio State fan and a Chicago Blackhawk fan, but even I know that the Red Wings in the big house at Ann Arbor, that has to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I agree. I guess it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing for the game. It's always good for the game. And then I don't know what's the date for that. When is that scheduled for right now? It's supposed to be.
It's always like on January 1st, the first game.
So that's what I mean. I've heard that too with everything going on. That's one of the things that they're aiming to kind of get in the schedule. Get in, and I don't know. Like I said, it keeps going back and forth. I'd love to see it. It's always a great time for, I guess, the entire country. Right? You got a lot of people watching that don't really watch hockey normally, and so I hope it happens. It's always fun.
Yeah, well, me too. I mean, it's got to happen. Mike, thank you very much for your time. Real quick, what are your expectations for this season, and what can we expect from you? Any personal goals?
No, I mean, we got so close last year, and my first year playing for this team, we lost in the finals also, and it's every year the same thing. You got to, first step is get to the playoffs, and second is make it all the way. So that's what what we're looking at this year.
What's the most important aspect to winning the Kelly Cup? Is it goaltending? Is it defense? Is it scoring some goals? Or is it just the entire team aspect?
Well, of course, it's a team aspect. I mean, you got guys who'll score 50 goals and guys who'll have 20 fights but when it comes to playoffs, it's just finding ways to win games. And I mean that could be anything. It could be blocking shots. It could be getting pucks out. It could be nobody showing up but your goalie saving the day. I mean, you just have to find ways to win games. And so when it comes to playoffs, you gotta be ready in every aspect of the game to find ways to do that.
I've said for years now that a goalie in hockey is just like a pitcher in baseball, except for that, like a Justin Verlander going tonight. You can play him every single game. The goalie's so important, but you defensemen in front of him are also important to make his job a lot easier. He makes the first save, then you guys got to get it out of there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's tough. I mean, it's a long season. There's a lot of games, and you got not saying the guys choose not to show up, but sometimes that happens, right? So if it's the D that aren't having a good game, the goalie has to bail them out. If the forwards aren't scoring, you need help from the D. So everyone's kind of just, pull with each other and find ways to go in the right direction, even if things aren't going right all over the ice. So that's part of being, it's part of a team sport.
All right, would you appreciate the time here? Once again, Mike Madill with us, Fox Sports Radio 920, Wrangler defenseman. Real quick in closing, any superstitions or any rituals you have before a game or anything? Because I know a lot of athletes are really superstitious.
Probably too many to tell. I mean, just the way I get dressed is exactly the same. Left skate, left shin, right shin. It's just the same routine every game, and usually it's fun to get a little soccer game. We play a little soccer before just to get the legs going. So I mean, as long as you get all those little things in, that's everyone has their own little tiny things, and too many to say. I mean, I gotta eat eggs usually on game day. That's what I love, and those are some small ones.
Any favorite costume you're going to have for Halloween this year?
I'm undecided right now. It's always fun to choose those, and we'll see what we do with the group. Maybe we'll do a theme with the rest of the team.
Now, are you undecided, or has your wife not told you yet what you're going to be?
No, we're hoping to do something with the whole team and maybe go as a group in the same kind of costumes or things like that. But I mean, we got to pick a night. I don't even know if we're going to be able to go out on Halloween night or what. But it's another fun thing to do as a group.